Okay, I have another dear friend that's with us today who is going to receive a mindfulness award. She's just an amazing person. She's an actress, a model. She won Star Search years ago, and she's just done incredible things with her life. But above and beyond the fact that she's beautiful on the outside, the inside is, this woman is so giving and so caring. So Devin, come up and bring Prince, please.
So, remember I said that coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. So I was standing at the back of the room. I don't know who I'm supposed to be giving the award to. I just show up because I want to support Viki. And this lovely, beautiful woman comes through the door, and she says to Viki, "So where's the lunch?" So Viki says, "Well, you know, you go downstairs and you go past the elevators, and there's a room in the back." And I thought, I know where it is. I said, "Come with me." And I was just like, I'm just taking my friend to go have lunch, and she's telling me about this little dog who she's gonna tell you about herself. And we get downstairs, and then I get to meet her lovely husband, Ron, who's delightful. And I thought to myself, how serendipitous that we're having lunch, because Viki comes over and she says, "Oh, you're going to give Devin the Mindfulness Award." She said, "Well, you weren't here last year to give it to Omer, so..." Poor Omer. I talked to him for a long time, and then my daughter went into labor. Gosh darn it. I was like, can you hold that kid in for a couple more days? So, all right. Did I cover for you enough?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is my new friend, Devin, and I'm really, really grateful for your friendship. God doesn't give me anybody, and I'm really delighted to be able to give you this award, having received it myself. And I'm going to give the microphone to you for a little while. How's that?
Yeah. Thank you. I just wanted to preface Devin being up here by the fact that she's done a lot of wonderful things for women, for their self-esteem and so forth, as far as charitable acts. But right now she's very actively involved with something that's near and dear to my heart. And Devin and I met when I was breeding dogs. She actually got a replacement dog named Elvis for her little guy that got hit by a car, and we became lifelong friends as a result of that. And now she's doing all kinds of wonderful things for our little four-footed friends. So Devin, take it away.
Thank you so much. And I'm emotional right now because these two ladies are just so inspirational to me personally and professionally in so many ways, and I'm very humbled and very blessed and very much in gratitude for this award. Viki, I've known for 20 years, over 20 years now, and like she said, I got my little Elvis, which turned into my little Romeo, and I lost that dog about 3 years ago. And I do a lot for animal rescue. I didn't think that I could have another dog because I travel a lot with my husband. And this little guy, he's only 2 pounds, but he's 2 years old. And I rescued him 3 months ago from the Shelter Hope Pet Shop in Thousand Oaks. And his parents, well, his owners, passed away in a car crash. It was very sad. The family couldn't deal with doing 2 funerals, so they took him and a big mutt dog that the family had to the Shelter Hope Pet Shop. And my girlfriend who started Shelter Hope Pet Shop 5 years ago, it was my birthday, June 25th. She came to my birthday party and she said, "Devin, everybody wants this little dog, but there's just something about him. You really need to see this dog." And I thought, no, I can't have a dog. I can't have a dog because we travel too much. And she started telling me a little bit about his personality, which you can see is very quiet and very chill. And so I got curious about the fact that he had such a chill, quiet personality. And I agreed to see him, and I fell in love with him, and I brought him home to see if he would mesh with my husband, because my husband told me, if you ever are one of these girls that have a little purse dog that you take everywhere with you, I'm going to divorce you. So I was a little nervous because I fell in love with this dog, and I thought, okay, is he gonna get along with my husband? And brought him home, and he has just been such a joy in my life. And the coincidence behind me having him, of all dogs, because he is so tiny, as you can see, is that I knew the rock star Prince back in his heyday of Purple Rain, and his death really had an effect on me. And since he passed away in April, this was June, I was still grieving over his death, and I end up with this little tiny dog. Well, his name was Spencer, and I changed it to Prince because his personality reminded me so much of Prince. As quiet as he is, he's very energetic and sweet and playful and very, very smart. And luckily, my husband loved him too. So he's been quite a joy in our lives, and I love helping animals and children especially. As much as I can. And so to save one animal, as you guys know, a lot of animals are euthanized every day in this country and around the world. And so I felt like he actually rescued me because he brings me so much joy and happiness every day. But these two ladies over here are so much of an inspiration to me in so many ways. Viki published my book, True Age, Timeless Beauty, which is really a spiritual book on getting your life in balance. And I wrote this book about 10 years ago, before The Secret came out. And it was actually Viki who turned me on to The Secret before it became very, very popular. And she says, you know, your book is so much like The Secret, except I use a lot of incidences from my own life to show how to get your life in balance. And I've been very much inspired to write a follow-up to that book called True Wisdom, Timeless Spirit, which is more about keeping your life in balance, because a lot of what Kathy said resonated with me and got me emotional, because I like to speak from the heart, and I believe in being authentic and true to your passion. And these are all things that I aspire to help others do in life. I do a lot on social media. You can pretty much find me anywhere. Facebook, Instagram, Periscope. I do something I call Wisdom Wednesday, where I give tips to others on how to keep their lives, get their lives in balance in all areas of life, from your home to your finances, your love and relationships, your career, your health. We can all be ripples in a pond when we try to help each other in this thing called life. So this is part of my journey, is like Kathy said, if you're here, especially if you've been on this planet at least 50 years or more, if you're not giving back, then what's the purpose? Finding your purpose and finding your passion and giving back is what it's all about. And I do it in small ways, and I'm hoping that I can be a ripple in a pond and help as many people to help heal our world, because when we help one person or we save one animal, we're being a ripple in a pond. And I thank you very much for this award.
Now, when I met Devin, we had a very special bond, because at that time, she was the only other person I knew that had absolutely no family. And so we established this bond because it's a very strange feeling when you have no one, no relatives. And all of a sudden, she met this unbelievably gorgeous, generous, wonderful man, Ron Moss. Ron, can you come up too? Oh, you're sure? Okay. Anyway, you might recognize him from The Bold and the Beautiful, and he also has a wonderful band named Player that may be best known for Baby Come Back. And I love Ron because Ron is not only a wonderful, generous person, but he's made Devin so happy. So. You probably need help carrying this down, but there's a cup for Ron and a shirt for you, and it's all about how God is spelled backwards, because when he he created dog. And the proceeds from these will feed 17 shelter animals. Okay, so now we have some books.